everybody, this is Helen, and I've not shot a video in a very long time. So in order to get back into it, I thought I would do something, do a little test thing today and have a little discussion about all my traveler's notebooks. Woohoo! So for those of you who don't know, traveler's notebooks are basically these little covers where you can stick in a dozen up to about maybe 5 or 6 types of notebooks. Sometimes you can use them as a wallet. A lot of people use them to collect their thoughts and a bunch of different things into one package that they can either carry around or set aside and utilize for the an hour or two each day. This is the first one I ever purchased. It came from northern Germany, and it's got these things which you can stick little notebooks in. My issue with this one is that your typical traveler's notebook tends to have this little rubber band around the side, and this one obviously did not, so I was kind of limited into how much stuff I could put into it. So I've ended up archiving this one. The next one I bought was this one. I'm now using it to hold my 2 volumes of written poetry in it. I'm also keeping an art journal in here, which one day I'll utilize at some point. But yeah, I have these poetries. I tend to write poetry in here. Haven't really written as much poetry as I used to, or even song lyrics. I'm hoping to, if I can see this, I can get back into it at some point. Oh, I forgot to mention, I bought this from a Etsy shop that was run by someone who used to live in the Philippines. She apparently now lives in Baden-Baden, and she moved her business out there. So hopefully I can get more stuff from her in the future. Now, just as I mentioned, most of these that you're seeing here, with the exception of one, are what are normally referred to as faux dories. Faux dories are basically either direct rip-offs, or they're stuff that's been adapted from the original mid-dory notebook, which is marketed by the Traveler's Notebooks Company of Japan. This is an actual Midori notebook. I got it in San Francisco at a Kawaii pen shop in Japantown. Haven't really used it for anything. This was like 50 bucks. So I would like to use it for something at some point. We'll see. Next, we have another example of a faux dory. This is actually something I bought from an Etsy shop that was located in St. Petersburg, Russia, or near St. Petersburg, Russia. Basically, this person did a very clever thing, and she basically took some old Filofax binders and repurposed them as traveling notebooks. So you have this stuff which can hold credit cards and a wallet. I'm using it to store some books in here. I used it once as some place to hold my passport and traveling documents, and it worked really well. But I think my main issue with this is that this is essentially a repurposed Filofax book, and I really wanted a traveler's notebook, a real one, which is basically bendable like this. So this one's kind of archived. I might reuse it at some point. We'll see. So this is one that I use for work. I bought it on Amazon for 15 euros. And it's very basic. It's got a bunch of these notebooks in here. I use it to track my work schedules. This one holds my passwords and actually no, this one holds my printouts, and this one holds my passwords. So I tend to bullet journal for at work as well, because I don't have the kind of job where I'm expected to maintain a lot of projects or go to a lot of meetings. All I'd really do is maintain deadlines and do dictations and file applications and things of that nature. So this has been good for tracking a lot of that. This is my most recent acquisition. This was kind of an impulse buy because I love the steampunk look on this, on the cover. Right now it's something that I'm using to hold my passport. This will probably be used to put in copies of my tickets, places on instructions on where to stay, things of that nature. And this will probably be something along the lines of writing about my views of places and things, my views of places, things like that. And this I got off of Etsy from a different shop, and this will probably hold 4 travel documents. So that's that on that. Okay, now we've come to this, which I first showed you when I started doing this video. I bought this from a place called Meadowlark Leather in England. They're also on Etsy. I use this as my wallet. I used to have stickers on it, but the stickers weren't staying on, so I took it off. But as you can see, it's been used a lot. And the stickers on the inside are staying put, though. I have several journals in here. One to track my day-to-day life. One for my poetry, if I feel like writing something on the train or whatever. And this last one is basically a whatever book. I have stickers again from another Etsy shop. This one is in the Ukraine. I like to put stickers in everything, as you will see in a future video. And of course, here's my wallet and all my stuff. No, you don't get to see that. And I'm a hottery stand. So sorry about that. So that's that on that. Now we're getting to some of the good stuff here. This is probably the closest thing I have to a full bullet journal. I actually have 3 of these books devoted to bullet journaling. First I have, this is a traveler's notebook that I got from a shop called, Crazy Organized. That's the name of it, Crazy Organized. And she is out of Sydney, Australia, and unfortunately I cannot order anything more from her because she's now only shipping orders to Australia and the US. Thank you, COVID-19. But I still have this lovely thing. If you can send her whatever you want, she can paint a little thing for you on the side here. I tend to do my bullet journals in a compartmental manner. Basically what we have here is, you know, when they tell you to do all these pages in between all the little bullet journaling that you do, here's where I keep my pages. I start a page and then I put a little thing on the side. I don't want to show you everything, but these are my predictions for 2021, little makeup stuff that I'm doing. Ooh, rain, ooh. This is me trying to lose 10 pounds by December 1st. We'll see what happens with that. This little thing here, basically, I have my little list of books. I decided that I want to be a more positive person this year, so I decided I didn't want to read this book after all. I have a little clip here, not because of anything personal, it's just that I had planned to go to, anytime I fulfill a goal, I decide I don't really want to have to deal with it anymore. So this basically details my trip to Iceland and whatnot. So I don't need to see that again. There's my future log, that sort of thing. So that's basically what's in here. This is my little bullet journal itself. I actually have a page set up, and I have a little template. I have a list of questions of what I want to ask myself, things of that nature. These are little things I've gone through. I try not to write too much in here because I have so many other journals that I write things in. I decided this morning to split my bullet journal up into a to-do list / event list / whatever, and something called deep dives, which I have in another book that I will show you in a little bit. This I don't know what to do with. I put this in here just to make it easier for me to write in this book. I will probably maybe put quotes in here or sayings or that nature. This tracks my budget, obviously. And that's that for that one. Okay, my next one is basically my mental health journal. I noticed that people tend to use the term mental health pretty freely these days. Can't tell you how happy I am to hear that. This is basically where I do things like I have a gratitude journal. This is it right here. I'm almost done with this, so I have something else lined up that I bought from somewhere. I used to have something called event journal, but every time I read through it, I would just feel weird and sickened by all this bile I spewed. So I no longer have a vent journal. I have something called a Let's Talk journal where I just talk really about, truly about things that are happening in my life. And this is called Deep Dives. When I do these journal prompts in my other, I have a bunch of journal prompts set up in my other journal, and if I get a question that involves a lot more than just a couple of sentences, I'm putting it in here. That way I can deep dive into myself and say, well, this is what has happened to me, and this is what I think about this question. Think about in terms of answering this question. And these are my morning pages. They're not my morning pages right now, but they will probably be sometime tomorrow. So that's that and that. This is my mental health, but it's also my part of my creative journaling and that sort of thing. And last but not least is my travel journal. This is also my stand journal. I collect a lot of pictures, articles, whatnot from people I'm a fan of, and I put them in here. It originally started off as a travel remembrance thing, and it'll probably stay that way. I originally got this as a fire sale from a seller in Texas who goes by Leather Imagined on Etsy. This is not really very sturdy, but what I ended up doing was I really like travel journals with travelers notebooks with pockets in them, so I just kind of put my own in here. Again, this was originally used to carry travel documents. My passport would go in here, tickets in here, that sort of thing. I have this in here because she reminds me of a coworker of mine, and this kind of represents my attitude. This is my travel, again, this is my discussion of all my travels. I haven't really done much with these as of yet. I do have a collection of stuff I've collected in terms of being a fan in the past couple of years. This is my tickets to the OMD in Stuttgart. These are all my Hottery stickers. When I was in Reykjavik for the record release show back in February, I picked up this newspaper. I need to figure out how I want to store this. And I'm a sticker person, so I have lots and lots of stickers over here. I have a pen holder. So, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm currently looking for ideas of how to utilize some of my other books. But these are the 3 to 4 main ones that I have, plus the other ones that I've already showed you. If you're interested, I can do a few more of these videos of my travel notebooks. I need to be better about speaking on camera. Obviously, I haven't done anything like this in a very long time. So, thanks for watching, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye.